Dominaria Remastered has been announced. I'm excited, I hope you're excited, but what exactly is in this set? Today I've got 5 predictions about the set itself, with a lot more to come about card predictions in the near future. Join me for this, let's go. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining. I want to share 5 predictions that I have about Dominaria Remastered, just as a set in general. A few card predictions here that'll sort of tie in with this, you'll see. But I want to talk just generally and overall what I think this set is going to be, what I can tell the feel might be, and what I think Wizards is actually trying to do. So let's just jump right into it. But first, if you like videos like this and you'd like to follow along, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave a comment. It really does go a long way. Number 1, what is this set going to be? It's obviously a draftable environment, but I think that what Wizards is going to go for, since it's a 100% reprint set, is a mix of nostalgia and balanced gameplay. They've got to hit the nostalgia bone hard with a set like this. You're asking folks to essentially rebuy a bunch of stuff that they already have. Hopefully, new players are interested in something like this who don't necessarily have an old box full of old border cards or something along those lines. But in order to, I think, really hit home with this, Wizards has got to hit that right balance between nostalgia and balanced gameplay. I expect the themes and the references that they pick to really hit home, but I also know that they've got to leave some stuff on the cutting room floor in order to get us to a draftable, playable box experience. Remember, this is not a collector's set of something. This is a draft product. Number 2, I think that they are going to put old border parallels in this set, but I think they're going to do it for every single card. Yeah, I think that Wizards has found that the old border frame is really successful, very popular, people love it, and this time around, they're going to offer a parallel of every card. So, in theory, you could amass an entire set of Dominaria Remastered in an old frame. That would be fun to me, wouldn't mind that at all. I think they might do something like that. Next, since we know there's a draft box and a collector box, there is definitely going to be a new type of textured foil in the collector box. I don't know what that is. I think that it's hard to pin down, it's hard to guess, because these textured foil treatments are so subtle. You know, it's hard to predict to say, hey, it's going to be etched or shiny gold like we saw in the gilded cards in Streets of New Capenna. The textured foil is just such a subtle thing. It's hard to predict, oh, they're going to sort of raise the border of this text box or something like that. That's not really that exciting for me to think about, but could you imagine cards like Sarah Angel in some form of a alternate textured foil card in some really, really special edition? Would they mind just pulling old uncommons into that slot? Do they have to be the really high value chase mythics? Wouldn't you love to have a Llanowar Elves in some really cool vine textured foil pattern? I know I would. I think that they do something cool like this, like really truly chase versions of cards that don't necessarily have to be mythic. They get this special kind of textured foil treatment. Maybe it changes based on the card color or the type, something along those lines, but I expect them to do something special with treatments like that, and I also unfortunately expect those to only be found in collector boxes. Number 4, you've got to expect iconic card choices, and I mean like ground zero alpha card choices. Disenchants and Dark Rituals, Shatters, Counterspells, Llanowar Elves, the whole suite. Magic as a game was so beautifully designed early on. They hit the formula correctly from the get-go. It is remarkable to me to this day that cards from little strange, stamp-sized playtest cards that were carried around in the pockets of University of Pennsylvania students when Richard Garfield was there ended up being cards that we still play today, and some of which are considered perfectly balanced for this game as a whole. It is mind-blowing. I think we really should appreciate that. On stepping off my soapbox now, I expect, yes, absolutely iconic card choices, but remember, there's got to be utility to this set. It is a draftable product. There's got to be something like that, but we all know that these types of cards, Llanowar Elves, Lightning Bolt, Counterspell, these slot into any draft environment you could ever throw them at. When is a Lightning Bolt not helpful to have in your hand? Lastly, number 5, this is my boldest prediction, but I really think something like this could happen and maybe should happen. The Lost Legends promotion in Dominaria United was really interesting, right? We all had an opportunity to possibly pull a reserved list card out of a pack. They had never been in circulation before. That was crazy. It's weird that Wizards found that, but I wouldn't put it past them to have a lot more stuff out there. What they did was they opened the floodgate and set a new precedent that said, hey, we can give you stuff outside of the set we're selling to you in the set we're selling you. I can stick a Legends card in a booster pack and you can have it. What else could they put in the booster pack? Here's what I think they'll do. I think that they will pull a Willy Wonka and slot in redeemable cards for some magic thing that they have found in storage. Yes, I think that Wizards has stumbled magically across alpha and beta boxes. They've opened them up similarly to how we saw them do a PR piece about opening up the Legends boxes, but rather than stick a Black Lotus through a printing press, they're going to randomly insert redeemable cards with serial numbers and what have you for security for Black Lotus, for Mox Sapphire, for Ancestral Recall, because they're going to pull them out of boxes in some PR puff piece. That is a super duper hot take, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something like that. I know this is absolutely crazy, but let your mind wander for a minute. Is there a way for Wizards to do something similar to the Lost Legends promotion in a different fashion, a different style? Do you send out redeemable tickets or something for some cool piece of Wizards history? Are they sitting on some old playtest cards? Are there artist proofs? What's out there that Wizards could start to do? I think the Lost Legends open the floodgates, like I say, but I'd be curious to know what you think. Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy this video, like, comment, subscribe. I've got a lot more coming. I want to talk about my actual card picks in the next video. So until then, take care.